Check it out, Casper!
Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in. Casper here, and today I want to chat with you guys about gambling. It seems to be something that's coming up more and more often in the gaming world at the moment, and something I think is worth chatting about. I do want to start this off by saying I don't feel like gambling is evil on its own. I don't think it's a bad concept. I don't think it's something that should be banned outright or anything like that, although it's not something that I personally do, but I will go on to explain why I feel that way. But as an idea, I think it's fine. I mean, essentially what you're saying is I'd like to put down a amount of money and I'd like to get more money back. When you put it like that, most people are going to go like, well, yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? I'd love to put down £10 or $10 and I'd get back $100. Who wouldn't want that? But the problem is that gambling is very rarely quite that black and white. It's never quite like that, is it? Because most of the time you're gambling against what's called the house. You might have heard the expression, the house always wins. And that's pretty much true because the house sets the rules. When you go into a casino, the casino is the house. So if you're on a gambling website, that website is the house. The way that they make their money is that they essentially make the odds sound as close to 50-50 to you as possible, but not quite. So if you think about a roulette wheel, I'm not sure how many numbers, but let's just say there's 50 numbers on a roulette wheel. Only 24, not 25, which would be half, only 24 would be black and 24 would be red. And most roulette wheels will have 2 greens on there, or 1 green, which is normally a 0 or a double 0. And basically what that means, if you put your money on red, even though you've almost got a 50% chance to double your money, it's not quite a 50% chance. So that means that basically every time that wheel is spun 100 times, 2 of those times no one wins, essentially, if you're betting on red or black, which means the house keeps the money. Of course you can bet on green, but this is just illustrating the point here. And that's the same in these gaming raffle websites, these lotto websites that you see. I've seen coin flip websites, not used them myself, but I've watched streamers using them. And it literally says on the screen that your odds are less than 50% to win. Or every time you put all your Counter-Strike skins into a pot and then one person who put the skins into the pot gets them all, not every single skin that went in goes out to the winner. A certain amount is kept back for the house. So what that means that even though you might win on 10-1 odds, you don't get the full 10 back. And now the problem with these streamers and these other websites targeted at gamers is that a lot of gamers are quite young people. And gambling is quite addicting. As I mentioned earlier, you're putting down money and you're getting more money back, assuming that gambling works out. And that will give you a sort of a rush of adrenaline or at least a positive feeling. You've put down almost no effort, pretty much the minimal amount of effort you can, and you've got something really good back from it. You know, money or skins, whatever you're trying to earn from the gambling. And you're going to want that feeling again, but the problem is that you're not going to win every time. As we already discussed, the house always wins. When you gamble, you will lose more than you win if you continue to gamble. But your mind is constantly trying to get that good feeling back again. So even if you lose 5 in a row but then you win, you'll be like, oh yes, I finally won one, but I lost 5, I've got to make up for those, and then you'll gamble some more, and so on, so on. And the reason that this is bad for younger people is because when you're older, obviously you got more life experience, but your brains are different depending on your age and your maturity, and you will be able to stop yourself earlier, assuming you don't have an actual genuine problem which needs help type of addiction. You will be able to stop yourself at some point. But younger people, they don't have this sort of barrier that the more mature people will have. And they might not even be using their money. They might be using their parents' cards, which takes away that value of money. To me, if I've worked for X amount of time and I've earned X amount of money, I can sort of assign that money to the amount of effort that I put into. A kid just asks its parents for money or has got pocket money that you've never necessarily had to earn. Maybe some kids do chores for money, whatever, but it's less direct than when you're a working adult. So you don't have that urge to stop quite so much when you're younger. And the problem is right now is that there's a lot of streamers, YouTubers, site owners, whoever, are sort of encouraging their viewers to gamble. Quite often it's for shady reasons, like they actually own the website or they're at least being paid to promote the website. They're not saying that they genuinely enjoy this website and they want their friends to use it. What they're saying is, use this website because it will earn me money, which is illegal, and a few people are gonna get, hopefully, punished quite badly for what they've done there. But the point is, it's really difficult for you if you've never experienced the highs and lows of gambling, or you don't understand them, to realize really what could happen to you and your money. And gambling and debt in general can have a much wider effect than just yourself. You can get into a lot of trouble by being in debt. So my personal experiences with gambling, I actually went to a casino local to me. I was over 18. I'm not sure what the gambling age is around the world actually, to be honest, but in the UK I'm pretty sure it's 18. And I remember going in and every machine, every table I went to, I won. I'm not winning big here, I was only putting down like, equivalent of $5 every time. But I think we went on roulette, I bet on black or whatever, it was black. Boom, double my money. Or times it by 1.5, I can't quite remember. And then I played blackjack and I won like 2 hands and I was like, okay, I'll step away. I went on one of the card machines. It's like a machine where there's like dice or something on the screen. I didn't even know what the game was, but I was just like, yep, flip, hit, what? Oh, I won on that. I was like, gambling is amazing. I was up like easily 4 times the amount of money that I'd put down that day. I was like, wow. How cool is gambling? By the way, do not quote me on that. That was me quoting me in the past. Past me, who we don't agree with. So anyway, I went back to the casino the next time that we were in town, and it just didn't go like that again. Maybe I won a couple of hands, but overall I came out as a loss. And I was like, oh man, I did it before. So then we went back another time. And I was like, well, if I did it before, I can do it again. And we must have gone back 2, 3, maybe 4 times after that. And it never went as well as that first time again. And I just became frustrated, and every time I was there, I was trying to find that feeling that I'd got the first time, the feeling of winning, the coming away with more than I went in with. It simply never happened. I'm so glad that that happened to me, because now I can look back, and even though I know now, what I've explained to you now, you will never be a winner as gambling. Because I actually experienced it, I believe it that much more. I understand it, and I've got absolutely no urge to gamble. If I was in a casino, I wouldn't want to put money down, because I know that it's a loss ultimately. Because these things are always balanced in the favor of the house, even if it is just a small amount. So when you're playing video games and you're being encouraged to bet, or encouraged to coin flip, or whatever, just understand that at the end of the day, the only reason that these sites want you to put money on them, that these websites, be it betting or coin flipping or whatever, want you to put your money in their site, is because they're going to take some of it. And even if you do win the particular flip or whatever it is, in the long run, it will not be a profit for you. And if you are someone who wants to promote gambling for whatever reason, maybe you're being endorsed, and maybe you genuinely do use the website in question or whatever service it is, please bear in mind who's going to be watching your videos or wherever it is that you're going to promote this. Because there's a lot of people out there who might be like you and won't get addicted, or they will manage their own money cleverly, but there'll be a lot of people there who might look up to you and do not share those same values, and they will not understand, or they will not appreciate what losing money will feel like in the long run. So didn't want to get too serious there, guys, but I just wanted to say gambling itself, cool, good idea, little game. Gambling for money, you will lose money. Why don't we all just play video games for fun, hey? Anyway, guys, I'd love to know some thoughts on this. Obviously, if anybody down in the comments thinks completely differently to you, please don't argue with them. We're a civil community here. Everybody's got different points of view, and I always try and accept that. I've shared mine with you today, guys, so thanks everyone for listening, and I will see you very soon for some more video game stuff.